Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome health consultant Miss Wendy Kea. Hello, Wendy.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wendy. Welcome to Health Hour once again. Yeah, today, like what Vincent said, I'm going to bring all of you to a treasure hunt. Okay. Yeah, we always hear health is wealth. Will you choose wellness or sickness? Well, some said wellness is expensive, you know. Do you agree? Anybody that you think that wellness is expensive? Yeah. Or, but if not, then if you think so, then try sickness, right? It's totally two different path, yeah, in this life. Yeah, do you want to do with a wellness, or do you want to try sickness? So we always feel that, well, health is priceless, right? Health is that one, the rest are zero. So friends online, do you like to have the one or zero, 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 zero? You can have many zero. But do you know that today, if you choose the one, then I'll share how we can earn millions using the ancient wisdom for our well-beings. Right, okay. Yeah, somebody said sickness is worse. Yeah, you are right. Yeah. Wellness is really Chinese wisdom, ancient wisdoms, and Chinese believe in keeping our health in balance using different herbs, plants, food, and for different seasons and also different occasions. Just like after a woman delivers a baby, what she must eat to nourish the body to back to a healthy state. What must we take during cooler season or hotter season? You know, when in the olden days, our grandma, amma, or even maybe our mother will always cook liang teh, right? Yeah. Westerners, on the other hand, they drink ice water even in winter, right? When we go for holiday, it's winter time, and yet they still serve ice cold water, right? So they don't bother with orders. Yeah. But Chinese really believe, yeah, in taking good care of ourselves by taking the right thing at the right time. So prevention is always better than cure for Chinese. Yeah, is our choice because health is wealth. Now, will you imagine, actually, will you want to, when we say health is wealth, a lot of people still, maybe at this time, especially when people feel that, yeah, outside market is not very good, right? The market is like very slow, you know. Yeah, everybody is like trying to maybe save a little bit more. Yeah, but how healthy, how wealthy you are really is a mindset. I ask you, will you want to sell your kidney for a price, or maybe your heart? If today you feel that, because I don't have anything much to do at home, but why I say you will earn millions after my talk, because I ask you how much you think you want to sell your kidney or your heart or your liver or your spleen. Yeah. When you think of that, oh, how about your eyes, your cornea? No, right. So that is why you now, after you from hearing this, you know how wealthy you are when you keep yourself healthy, right? Wow. So every day we must be very grateful and thankful to our healthy body and feel so wealthy, yeah, to have such a healthy body. Yeah. So today we are going to talk about the three treasures. Yeah, these three treasures has been around for more than 2,000 years to 5,000 years. These herbs that has been very, very effective in rejuvenating, in recuperation, and as well as just a wellness consumption for a healthy body. So it's a vast knowledge to learn about the herbs. Yeah, how are we going to choose the quality, the safety, and the effectiveness? Yeah, because I do know that a lot of time when we actually spend a lot of money buying those herbs, but if we do know how to actually take it, then it's like wasting money. Yeah. Okay. Now, have you ever wondered, are these natural herbs and plants safe? For example, ginkgo is good for improving memory, help in blood circulation. Yeah. But may I ask you, do you eat the leaves or the nuts of ginkgo? Can I have an answer here? Yeah. Do you eat the leaves or the nuts? Yeah. Well, most of us would want to choose the nuts. Yes, right. Yeah, because it's nicer, right? But do you know the effective ingredient is actually in the leaves? Have you ever heard people get poisoned by ginkgo? Because there's something called ginkgolic acid in the leaves, where long-term consumption or high amount of ginkgolic acid in the body result in slow poisoning effect, damaging our central nerve system, causing skin allergies, immune system disorder, and even death. Yeah. So another example is the red yeast. Red yeast is all along we know that red yeast helps in reducing cholesterol and even nourishment to lactating women. But there are chemical release in the process of manufacturing these natural herbs, causing liver failure, and hence it's dangerous. That's why when something is natural, there's good flavonoids, there's good active ingredient, but at the same time, it may have some uh, poison that is also in the leaves itself. Yeah, so we got to be very careful. That's why I'm going to share with you these three concepts when we actually want to use the natural herbs to get a better well-being. Okay, first is the specification of effective ingredient and dose. Second, safety. Third, substantiation. Hence, I like to introduce this thing called 6S quality process. What exactly is 6S quality process? Basically, it's scientists from Pharmanex. They are bridging the gap between the 2000-year history of traditional Chinese wisdom and modern Western science uh, by applying the pharmaceutical science of discovery to ancient remedies. So Pharmanex scientists have been successful in identifying the key active ingredient of herbal substances known to be effective and extracting and refining them by using the latest technique. Otherwise, consumer may not get a constant dose due to many variables such as cultivation land, the climate, the harvesting season, and different species and even different manufacturing process will affect the effectiveness and also safety level. So by doing so, Pharmanex basically has made it possible to provide the desired benefit of these ingredients in a convenient capsule. Yeah. So this was me many years ago. Yeah, many years ago. Yeah, I was a asthma patient. Yeah, for many years I've been taking a lot of different nebulizer, steroids, especially steroids. I took it for such a long time until I got the side effect of a moon phase, and therefore I moved on to nebulizer. Yeah, but in the end, even with the nebulizer at home, I feel that I probably can do something better. And that's how I actually get started with the um, uh, Chinese medicine, Chinese herbs, you know. So I started going to the medicine hall, Chinese medicine hall, TCM, yeah, to buy cordyceps, okay. And initially I buy and boil it, yeah, boil it. Yeah, so I boil it, but it seems like it's not getting much effect. So soon after, I basically asked them to help me grind into powder, and I take just from the powder directly. So I grind basically the grass, the worms and the grass together, the fungus together. And of course, it seems like it's much better. My asthma attack is not so frequent anymore. But the moment I finish that one dosage of a month dosage, the next month when I go and buy, I always have this very insecure feeling because we know it's expensive, right? But the same medicine hall, the same boss, and then they tell me the same quality. But every month I got to really see whether is it really the same. Yeah, I will know is it the same quality because, but I do know it's not that the boss actually cheated me. It's just that every batch comes, it's different because it's natural. Yeah, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So uh, until I actually get to know Pharmanex. So when I started Pharmanex, I really found my savior. Yeah, so really thankful to Pharmanex. And this is how today you see me online. Hi. So now I crossed 50 and I'm still looking that young, younger than 2001. Right. So today the three treasures. The first one that I'm going to share is called this CordyMax. but it's actually cordyceps, right? Yeah, cordyceps, when we talk about cordyceps, 冬虫夏草, okay? The first impression comes to you is, wow, something very expensive, right? You are buying a few worms that are wrapped nicely in a box, put in a box and with a ribbon there. It costs you $400, $700 a box and few $1,000s, right? Yeah, so because of its effectiveness, and the production is very low. That is why it can be more expensive than gold, right? Really, yeah. So what exactly is cordyceps 冬虫夏草? That means in the winter it looks like a worm, and in the summer it looks like grass. Okay. So do you know whether do you need to eat the worm or eat the grass? I have a friend. When I get to know Pharmanex, I took it and I really get well. I was so excited. I share because I feel that every Chinese will know cordyceps. So when I see my friend, I actually ask her, hey, do you know of this 冬虫夏草? Very good. Yeah. Then my friend said, oh, I know. My fridge a lot. So when she went to the fridge, the Tupperware, she opened up. Oh, I see. Wow, how come all the worms? Where's the grass? He said, grass, the black one. I cut away. That one looks so ugly. I cut and throw. Oh my God. The active ingredient is in the grass, not in the worm. The worms are just corpse, Yeah, so are you eating the grass or the worm? So when you go and buy the natural one, no need to look at the worm, how fat. The fatter it is, they sell more expensive, but you're not going to get the active ingredient from the worms. Yeah, that is just a body, a dead body, a corpse. Okay, you're going to take it from the fungus. Okay, so it was actually first recorded also in 本草纲目. So it's like 2000, more than 2,000 years ago. Is actually how this uh, this the fungi, how the fungi attach to the insect larva. So, or basically, it's the larva, the insect larva that actually eat up this fungi. Okay, so once the fungi is like a parasite, so it stays in the body and start taking all the nutrients of the larva, and then in the end, the larva died, and in the summer the fungi become a grass. It's just like how mushroom is being, you can find mushroom in very damp places. It's the same thing. They are just parasite, okay? Yeah, so it becomes a fruiting mushroom, and it appears, this mushroom appears like a brown grass, okay? And yeah, okay, can you see? Okay, now, of course, Pharmanex have, before they actually this really have this product called CordyMax, they actually spent over 15 years of getting 200 over strains of cordyceps all around the world. They have spent enough time. I mean, Chinese will know this is something good stuff, right? But yet they still use over 15 years without even manufacturing the first bottle. Can you imagine how much effort they have put in? Yeah, so they actually have more than 77 research studies, and they actually identify what are the active ingredient that they wanted. So all our cordyceps, every single capsule is actually, you will find the active ingredient adenosine and mannitol in every single capsule. And so how do they actually can sell globally to actually help us, everyone who want to buy, and buying some cordyceps at such a cheap price, right? It's very, very cheap, okay? And yet it's so effective. So how are they going to supply in mass? Yeah, because after they buy the natural one, they will use DNA to recognize where is that the strain that we want, the CS4 that we want. That is the special strain, CS4. If it's not the CS4 strain, they will reject. So they only want the CS4. So of course for us, we will not recognize worm, right? Yeah. So the scientists have actually used DNA to help us fish out the strain that we need, the CS4, and they use this strain to use a laboratory cultivation into soybean, 大豆. Yeah. So actually, because of this, it never actually go through the cultivation of more worm's body. No, it's not. It's through the soil. So vegetarians can also take because it's cultivated in soil and in laboratory, but with the strain called CS4. Yeah. So I always say that I definitely cannot recognize worm. Don't say worm lah, even fish, vegetable, I also cannot recognize. I only know how to recognize cai xing and spinach. The rest I don't know how to recognize. Yeah, so there's a lot of vegetables, yeah, different vegetables and even trees, flowers. There's so many things to recognize, but I don't know them. So don't say about worms. I don't even know, right? So these are the scientific studies that they have clinical studies they have done so far. And I'll say out of this 77, a lot of the studies are from the respiratory. So it's very, very super good for anybody who has asthma. I swear by it. So many friends of mine, when they have asthma, I recommend them. Oh, they get better. So those who have very weak body, it really helps them to boost their immune system. Always get tired, yeah, or a lot of those are people who always get 100 days cough, the long-term coughing, and their lungs are just very weak. Yeah, this is definitely very good for them. So for people right now, because of the CB and CO, I know that a lot of people maybe soon looking forward to going back offices because when you are at home, you have to work, you have to cook, you have to clean up the house, and you have to take care of the children. Oh my God, you need a lot of energy, right? Yeah. Last time I have a friend, housewife some more. She took the CordyMax and then she called me 2 days later. She said, hey, you sure don't have stimulant inside? I said, no stimulant. He said, I'm so energetic. Now I do housework already. I'm not tired. I said, yeah, correct. Yeah, it's like that because it will help you with your respiratory, increase your VO max in the lung, so you feel really good. That means every mouth of oxygen that you breathe in, the lungs really process, and a lot of oxygen go into the blood, so you feel really energetic. Okay, I have a group of karaoke lovers. They sing for competition. They are really good singers, and they love our CordyMax because they say, wow, got stamina to hit high notes some more. Okay, so now, benefits. So definitely for the more robust lung function. So right now, I think it's very important that if you are not taking any supplements, this is one of the treasure. Probably you got to start on it. It really will help you with greater natural resistance. Yeah, you don't get sick so easily. When you don't get tired, actually basically is when you don't get tired easily, you don't get sick easily. When we get sick, it's because the body already fatigued and then you're still stretching yourself. That's how you get sick, right? Yeah. So if you really want vitality, then this is something for you. Yeah, for those people who always feel that they are very busy, stressful, and they sleep late, yeah, this is something for them. And even for the very weak one, very old senior, they always feel cold, yeah, 手脚冰冷 cold, yeah, they definitely need this CordyMax, okay? And people who have operation and they need to recuperate, this is good for them. Sportsmen, yes, definitely, because it will help you with your VO max. So you find that, wow, you really have the stamina, okay? So that's for the first treasure. Now we are going to the second treasure, and Chinese, we know reishi. When we hear reishi, wow, it's the cream of the crop, right? Yeah, it's the effectiveness is like when you get a good reishi, you can have longevity. Like the movie that always show. Yeah, it's really listed in the 神农本草纲 神农本草经 that is really cream of the crops. It's so superior. The superiority is because it never show any side effect. Even for long-term consumption, it's very, very, very gentle. So gentle that if you don't have any problem with your health, you just can take it as a very normal upkeeping of your well-beings. But if you have the needs, then definitely this is a very good one because it helps to regulate immune system in both direction. Wow. Immune system, that means when you have weak immune system, it will help you regulate back to normal. When you have overreactive immune system, it will help you to lower the immune system. Meaning if somebody is always sick often, weak, yeah, they can actually take ReishiMax. Definitely very good for them. But on the other hand, if they are very reactive, like for example, asthma like me last time, yeah, lupus, thyroid, all these are very reactive, yeah, or maybe eczema, cirrhosis, these are all overreactive. So it's definitely, reishi is definitely good for them. I do have a friend who got very serious cirrhosis, yeah, and not only the skin flared up, very persistent, those kind of skin, yeah, but his bone is also affected. So his bone is always in, his joint is always in great pain. So after taking our ReishiMax, he really recovered from the so-called cirrhosis. Yeah, it didn't happen to him anymore. So I always believe that it's very good for the both direction of regulating our immune system. And if you really take it long term, it really help to improve your energy and to give you longevity. Yeah, somebody asked whether CordyMax can take with R squared. Well, if you have a need, then you take it, because it's no harm. Yeah, you will not say, oh, it's too over nourishment. No, you won't get that. Okay, you just have a very big, very robust lung. Maybe you can shout and shout at your children more often if you like to. Yeah. So for reishi, then it will. There are so many reishis in the world. Okay, and the most common are the red, blue, yellow, black, white, purple. There's 6 common one. But for Pharmanex, we uses red reishi, because red reishi has been tested for the highest quality and many clinical, scientifically supported. There's a lot of data on red reishi. That's why we choose the red reishi. And we know reishi always requires high humidity and low light. So well, it's like specially you don't get it anywhere, but it's just some areas, then maybe high mountains in China, then you get it. Okay, but for Pharmanex, yeah, we actually discover a way to cultivate artificially, meaning we uses this small lot, yeah, small lot, individual small lot, and it's cultivated with I can say that it's like an organic cultivation. That means they make sure that every single lot is only one piece of reishi, so that they make sure that every reishi has all the nutrients without, some reishis, if one lot has many reishis, then maybe some will have higher active ingredients, some has lower. But because every lot only has one reishi, and with the this very specially cultivation land that is organic, free from contaminant, then all the reishis basically are just like organic reishi. Okay, and you can see that it's all small lots, then everyone. And for reishi, because they absorb basically everything. Yeah, reishi is a very it's a plant that absorbs 天地精华, yeah, yeah. So actually it's also very dangerous, because if you actually anyhow pluck a reishi from anywhere and start eating it, it's actually very dangerous, because it absorbs everything. Yeah, so it's still good to be very careful. This kind of special cultivation, and until to the time where they harvest is just about 120 days. It cannot be too long, because when it's too long, you don't get that active ingredient in the highest amount, the dosage. Okay, now the crack spores technology is very, very important. That this under the microscope of 3,000 times, you see that the spores are actually very hard. Reishi spores are very hard. Okay, so the only way is to use. That's why we have a patent. Yeah, patent on reishi is actually patented on the crack spores technology. So nobody is using this crack spores technology. There may be a lot of other brands in the market that will say 100% crack spore, 100% crack spore, but only actually actually the what the it all depends on what technology they use, because they can also soften and crack the spores by putting into microwave. You actually, it will burst also, but the active ingredient at the same time will actually be gone. Okay, just like we say, if we cook vegetables, we cook until the vegetable become yellowish, then all the nutrients are gone. It's the same thing. So it doesn't mean 100% crack spore doesn't mean that you have the active ingredient out. Okay, but our patented crack spores technology are able to have 13.5% the polysaccharides and 3% turpentine. So it's definitely the active ingredient that we want. So for those people who are already ReishiMax user, if you want, you can also do this kind of simple test at home. What is your bioavailability of your reishi that you are taking? This is from Pharmanex, the ReishiMax. After 2 hours, you see that the whole thing is being dissolved, and that's why one capsule of it, you really can help to improve your health comparing to taking many capsules from other brand, because they may be cracked, but they did not crack, and the active ingredient is not that high dosage also. Yeah, so don't ask me what brand. You can try at home, whatever brand you have. Yeah. Now this is the clinical studies. You can see that from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. After 15 minutes, it shows that in the blood, there is still the active ingredient in the blood. So this is very important. When you take one capsule of the ReishiMax, it actually lasts very long. Yeah, that is why continuously, twice a day, and then every single day, you find the health really improve. Yeah, as compared to other brands. So we have clinical studies on also cancer, on lupus, asthma, and also on liver, yeah, on the central nerve system. So for very weak and old people who always have this maybe nerve problem, or maybe they cannot sleep well, this is very good for them. Yeah, it helps to promote cardiovascular health also. Yeah, so how about this one is another third-party clinical studies done, and somehow they actually got to use our ReishiMax to do the clinical study. So it's a third-party clinical studies, and to their surprise, they actually found that our ReishiMax is able to inhibit the breast cancer cells, the invasiveness of breast cancer cell. So basically, it's very good for cancer. Okay, now next one is the testimonial of one of our friend, Emily. For those who know Emily, she has been on medication for many years for epilepsy condition. And you know, the doctor, the neurologist told her that even the operation will not help her with the problem. Yeah, but just have to be on medication for life. But even with increased dosage of medication, it did not help to reduce the number of attacks. So she tried, of course, everything like TCM, drugs, acupuncture. She tried everything, but it's getting worse because as age catches up, all this have a side effect of forgetfulness. The medicine actually make her real forgetful. Okay, so we don't like that, right? Yeah, but really thankful to G3, ReishiMax, and CordyMax. Her number of attacks reduced significantly, and right now sometimes the attack comes and it goes so fast that nobody actually can go unnoticed by other people. Yeah, so even her doctor, her neurologist also reduce her medicine from 3 to 1 tablet, and even the doctors is also surprised. Okay, yeah. Now, this is also my own testimony of my friend after taking the Tegreen and Reishi. Her cancer, the surgeons actually declare her cancer free. She was so happy. And another friend of mine, because of taking Reishi, her thyroid since 14 years old until 30 something years old. So it's like many years, 20 over years. Yeah, but in the end, she got help and she was taken off her medication. So she was so happy. I would say, as long as you have this kind of immune system problem, Reishi is definitely the one to go. Okay. Now, the third treasure. Okay, third treasure is Tegreen. So for Tegreen, we all know that Chinese and Japanese, they have longevity because of green tea, right? Green tea. Yeah, they drink tea almost every day, or it should be every day, many times a day. Okay, so if you want longevity, maybe you should drink, right? But most of us now, we drink tea also, but we drink bubble tea. Okay, so what is the uniqueness of our tea green? Yeah, it's also made of tea leaves. Okay, but it's made of young leaves, okay, and the finest buds, and it's only from Zhejiang Shen, because they only want to take from Zhejiang. Okay, now because Zhejiang is very famous for a good tea producing, they are very number one tea producing region. And in order to get that active ingredient and the amount of dosage is like 20:1, 20 kg of leaves. Leaves are very light, right? But 20 kg of it just to get 1 kilo of green tea leaves extracts. Wow, that's a lot, Yeah, and for sure they are going to only have 97% polyphenol and basically no caffeine inside. Yeah. Uh, 97% polyphenol is already the highest in the market. That you don't see any green tea supplements that has 97. This is the only one in the market, the highest. And out of this 97% polyphenol, because for polyphenol, there's also different kind of species, strains, different kind of polyphenol. Yeah, it's an antioxidant. There are so many antioxidants. Yeah, but out of which 65% are catechins. This is very important because catechins and this EGCG, they are basically something that can help to really neutralize free radicals 100 times more effective than vitamin C. Wow. So, I mean, we will not be taking vitamin C 100 times more, right? Yeah, but just by taking one capsule of tea green, it actually helps you. That's why it's a very, very potent cell protection supplement. Yeah, one capsule is like approximately 7 cups of green tea, but without the caffeine. Yeah. So potent antioxidant defense for people with a family history of cancer. This is very important for those who really needs it. Yeah, and also supports healthy cell function while protecting cell structures, including DNA. Yeah, so we know that once DNA is being damaged, yeah, it will start to mutate, right? Yeah, over time, that's how cancer occurs. So it will also interferes with TNOX enzyme. So in the growth of mutated genes, this is very important also. I mean, we want to improve our own fighting this TNOX, right? Yeah, to help to fight against any this mutated or maybe to fight against free radicals lah. Okay. So, well, of course, tea green has also shown some thermogenic effect against body's metabolic rate, meaning it will help you to speed up some metabolic rate. It has that slight function of like maintaining your fat percentage, maintaining, not reducing. Actually, a lot of people thought that I take tea green, I will slim down. No, you take tea green, you will maintain. So you better slim down first before you do the maintenance. Okay, now adults who are concerned about antioxidant, you really need to take. Like I say just now, if with cancer history and people with family with a lot of health issues. Some families, everybody has diabetes problem, everybody has high chronic illnesses basically. So these are the people who really needs. Or maybe you are heavy smoker and family member who are heavy smoker, you definitely need. Yeah, for very busy people, and for those who always like to be out in the sun, it's good that you take. And of course, for those who like to be fairer, yeah, our tea green 97 has also clinical studies on the skin's cell are really gets fairer. Yeah, because it's protected, cell protection, so it's protected. So the cells don't get age so fast. That's why you don't get that pigmentation problem. So for those ladies who like to be fairer, yeah, you can take tea green 97 as well. So we have many awards and patents, and last of all, I'll say friends online. Yeah, that's the end for my sharing today. So please, after you learn this ancient wisdom, use these ancient wisdoms and nourish your health, nourish your body, and nourish your mind. You are very wealthy, you know, because health is wealth. Your health, your choice. Thank you. Back to Vincent.